morning, everybody. Melissa here, 2 cents in 3 minutes. Today we're going to be talking about who is actually doing the rioting. And we're going to refer back to our famous BLM and Antifa groups. We just have a problem in society distinguishing the difference between peaceful protests and violent riots because they're calling protests things that are actually riots. So I just kind of want to touch base about these groups again. All right, so here we go. Maybe. Okay, here we go. All right, let's talk about protesters. Are they protesters or are they rioters? I refer to them as rioters. The protesters are the ones just standing there. And when you have a group of moms showing up in a bunch of ridiculous yellow shirts trying to protect these so-called protesters, all they're doing is protecting violent criminals. We're going to talk about BLM. You know, BLM likes to agitate the crowd, likes to get people going, likes to cause a little bit of chaos. They do use these protesters as a shield for themselves, between themselves and the police officers, because they want to cause the violence, but they don't want to be caught. They enjoy causing chaos. They also are very good at using social media. They're very good at manipulating people and persuading people that their viewpoint is the correct viewpoint. They're very anti-Semitic. We've talked about this multiple times. They are followers and they're bonded and cemented with Farrakhan. They're both brotherhood with Palestine, and Palestinians are anti-Semitic, as is the BLM group. And I will defend that all day long. They also hide behind the guise of helping people for equality because they have not done anything to help low-income African-American people get up from a poor, bad situation and rise above it all. They haven't really helped people at all. They're really up for their own cause, and they have millions of dollars. They're Marxist people. They want to destroy American culture, American history, and our democracy. Now, Antifa does a lot of the same things that the BLM movement does. They are the agitators. They are agitated. They come there agitated, and they want to have violence. They want to create chaos. They want to destroy order. They hide behind the protesters. If you ever watch some of these videos, you'll see protesters, and these people behind them are changing into all black, dumping weapons out, rocks, things like that, to harm the police officers. They use social media for their benefit as well, just like BLM. They are anarchists, and they call themselves anarchists, and they even have anarchist symbols all over the place where they like to do graffiti, and they call what is known as the black bloc philosophy. They dress all in black. You can only see their eyeballs. They bring weapons to these protests. They bring rocks. They bring bricks. They bring lasers to blind police officers, and believe it or not, they bring bottles of urine. How lovely is that? They're disgusting criminals. Now, if you notice here, we're talking about peaceful movements, then why do we find boxes of rocks, bricks, batteries, things like that they're throwing at police officers? Why are these items at a peaceful movement? They shouldn't be, because it's not peaceful. So I did some research yesterday, and as far back as 2018, I was reading a correspondence called Vice, and they had mentioned that the BLM and Antifa joined forces. They merged. Now, is the merger for a good thing or a bad thing? Well, to me, it's obviously not for any kind of peaceful movement because they're not peaceful people. And I'm supporting this by some of these photos by various photographers from around the internet. I would really like Pelosi and Nader to see these fires and to see this destruction that's being caused. And I would like to know, are they chipping in to pay for some of this damage and all of these mom and pop people that have lost their businesses and their livelihood? Are they going to chip in? Are they going to give the money for it? Pelosi says, oh, people do what people do. People don't do this. Barbarians do this. Criminals do this. Rioters do this. Not good people. Good people who are working together to create reformation in the police department, to create more equality, to create better circumstances for low-income people. This has nothing to do with it. This is chaos and destruction. Look at this. How is this going to help reform? How is this going to help equality? This isn't. Look at this one. These are criminals. No good can come from this. None at all. I just don't understand it. So let's review what riots really do. Okay? So riots cause harm to neighborhoods inside the community. Riots destroy people's homes and livelihoods. That's right. You're destroying people's earnings. Riots destroy property that is not only owned by the city because they think they're doing the right thing or the government. It's also personally owned property that riots are destroying. Riots also cause people to be hurt and sometimes be killed. Riots cost taxpayers a lot of money because guess what? It's all got to get cleaned up. Nobody wants graffiti and garbage all over their cities and communities. And riots do not help the cause for positive change. They don't. If anything, it makes you guys look like a bunch of morons. I don't understand it. And riots cause constant conflict between police and citizens, constant altercations that shouldn't be going on. Rioters do not stand for everyone. I will not support a rioter. They are typically very violent, angry people who just want to cause chaos and want to destroy our America. I have never seen the country as divided as it is now, and it breaks my heart every time I watch the news. Some days I can't watch it because it's just too much for me. So I just want to know who is winning from all of this chaos and all of these riots. Not the people who love America. And I love America. So my question to you is, do you? Everybody really needs to think about that. All right, well, that's just my 2 cents in 3 minutes. As usual, have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.